What are some of the important considerations for prospective students in selecting the right higher education fit for their future?
Selecting the right college or university to attend is one of the biggest decisions that anyone will make in their lifetime. It's real important that people consider the fit. And by fit, I'm talking about culturally, subject-wise, interest-wise. It's important that you choose a place that will provide the field that you most are interested in going into, or have some other options that if that one doesn't pan out, you might want to go a different way, and they have that strength too. It's also important to make sure that an institution is as financially stable as possible, because as I've mentioned in the past, financial problems are the number one reason why institutions close. When an institution closes, that means that the college that you went to doesn't exist anymore. And by the way, if you have any idea that your institution is going to close, make sure you get about a dozen official transcripts, have them sent to you. Do not open them, put them in your safety deposit box and keep them. Because if you don't have an official transcript, then it's as if you never went to the school at all. Unofficial transcripts do not work. Make sure that whatever institution you choose, you can afford, because it simply isn't worth having to commit your life to servitude to pay off a federal loan to go to college. There are a lot of very affordable colleges. Going to community colleges for the first 2 years is it's a great bargain. Very few people will ask you where you went all 4 years. They look at where you graduated from. So don't feel that it's going to hurt you to go to a community college. And many times it is a real asset, especially financially for you. And it gives you a little bit more diversity in your educational experience. Make sure that you visit the institution that you're planning to attend and talk to people. That'll give you a good idea about the quality, about the culture. Ask students questions, ask faculty questions. It's really important that you have a good feel for what that institution is before you go. Also consider geographical location. It is a different world to be raised in the Northeast and go to college in the South. It's not necessarily a bad fit for people, but you have to understand that it's a way different culture. I actually had this experience where I went from an all-women's college on the East Coast and transferred to a predominantly male college in the South that was also a military university. And I can tell you the culture shock took me a long time to recover from. So you need to be fully aware of the institutions that you're considering, consider the culture, consider what the academic path may be for you and could be for you, and then check it all out. Ask the questions, do the visit, and you'll probably make a better decision.
You mentioned a prospective student considering whether an institution would close or be dealing with financial issues. What are some clues or ways that a prospective student could find out that kind of information?
If a student is looking for ways to determine whether or not an institution is actually struggling, there are some telltale signs. One of them is how much deferred maintenance is there on a campus. In other words, if you visit a campus and the buildings are not being maintained, if the paint's peeling off of things, if the grounds are not being kept, that is a hint that there is not enough money for maintenance. And it's one of the most visible signs. If it's a public institution, you can see their financial information, and that's public information. And if it's a private institution, then you may have to do a little more digging. That's not always readily available. But there are signs, and a lot of it is, that's one of the important reasons why you need to do a visit before you attend a school. You can get a feel for that if the college is struggling just by looking around and seeing how well things are being taken care of.